students, how are you and how's your study going on? I hope that you all will be fine, staying home and doing your study at your home. On the behalf of Paramount Public School, today we are going to discuss summary of chapter 3 of our book Flamingo, named chapter Deep Water. So are you ready to learn? Let's start with our topic. Deep water. Firstly, introduction. In this story, Douglas, students, William Douglas is the narrator of the story, talks about his fear of water and how he finally overcomes it with strong willpower, courage, hard work, and firm determination. Once he took courage and the fear vanished. That shows most of our fears are baseless. Fear creates dangers where there is none. The writer's experience further confirmed the proverbial truth that where there is a will, there is a way. It means he tried his best to conquer his fear of water, and that's why he was able to get out from that danger. So this is the proverb: when we will to do something, then the way will always come forward. Firstly, we will discuss about some character, the main character and places, which will be discussed in the summary also. Douglas is the main character. He is the narrator of the story. And YMCA pool, it is a swimming pool runs by Young Men's Christians Association. And Yakima, Yakima is a US city located about 60 miles southeast of Mount Rainier in Washington. Some students will understand that Yakima is a river, but Yakima is a US city which is nearest the Washington. So let's start with the summary. The story Deep Water tells us how the writer overcame his fear of water and learned swimming with sheer determination and willpower. Actually, he had developed a terror of water since childhood. When he was 3 or 4 years old, the writer had gone to California with his father. One day, on the beach, the waves knocked the child down and swept over him. The child was terrified, but the father, who knew there was no harm, laughed. The experience bred a permanent fear of water in the child's subconscious mind. Still, another incident, more serious, increased his terror. It means one incident occurred in his childhood age when he was 3 to 4 years old, and another incident which increased the terror in his mind, that also happened in the age of 11 to 12 years. Actually, at that time, the writer was trying to learn swimming in the YMCA swimming pool in Yakima. One day, while he was waiting for other boys, a big boy suddenly played a dangerous prank and pushed him into the water. Prank means he made a fun with that writer. The writer was terribly frightened. He went down 9 feet into the water. When he reached the bottom, he jumped upward with all his strength. He came up but very slowly, and he tried to catch or hold something like a rope, but grasped only at water. Grasped means drunk or ate. He tried to shout, but no sound came out. He went down again. His lungs ached, head throbbed, and he grew dizzy. He felt paralyzed, and only the movement of his heart told him that he was alive. Again he tried to jump up, but this time his limbs would no move. at all. At this time his limbs stopped working. Actually they got paralyzed. He looked for ropes, ladders and water wings, but all in vain, because there was nothing to help him and he was alone in that 9 feet deep water. Then he went down again, and the third time, this time all efforts and fear ceased, means stopped. He was moving toward peacefully death, and the writer was in peace. It means he had tried for twice to come up, but he came up very slowly. In the third time all the effort stopped. Now he was feeling peaceful, like sleeping in the womb of a mother or lap of a mother. When he came to consciousness, now he found himself lying on the side of the pool with the other boys nearby. The terror that he had experienced in the pool never left him. It haunted him for years and years to come. It spoiled many of his expeditions of canoeing, swimming, and fishing. It spoiled his pleasure in the main lakes, New Hampshire, deserts, Columbia, and Bumping Lake, etc. But the writer was determined to conquer his terror. He took help of swimming instructor to learn swimming. The instructor taught him various actions necessary in swimming, part by part. It means bit by bit he taught him some necessary action which have been taken in the swimming. He put his face under water and exhaled and inhaled, raising it above water. Exhaled means to leave the breath and inhaled means to take the breath. He practiced it for several weeks. He had to kick with his legs a few weeks on the side of the pool. At last he combined all these actions and made the writer swim. He learned swimming, but the terror continued. So deep goes our childhood experience, so fearful is the fear of fear. When a child learns fearing about something in the childhood, this fear is deepest fear of the life. Remember this thing. Whenever he was in the water, the terror returned. Hence, forward the writer tried to terrorize horror itself now. He tried to face the new challenges. And when terror came, he confronted it by asking it sarcastically as to what it can really do to him. He plunged into the water as if to defy the fear. Once he took courage, the terror vanished. He faced the challenge deliberately in various places, like Warm Lake, and he conquered it at last. It means after learning the swimming, Douglas himself tried a lot. He went into number of water places and swim here. While he was in the water, sometimes a piece of terror came back. Then he sarcastically told us terror that he would not be able to scare him anymore. These are some words of vocabulary, students. So please pay attention to them also. Thank you. Thanks for watching.